why you must not run behind money in start of your career. It's important to invest in your career initially. When you are young, work to learn and not to earn. Instead, the investing in your career can reap huge rewards in the future. Invest in certification courses, prepare for competitive exams by which you will get fellowship through your research. You can prepare them properly through a genuine institute like Biotecnika so that you qualify in less time and then you have more time to focus on the research work. Invest in trainings and workshops where you get to learn and also hands-on experience on expensive machines and instruments that are actually used in high profile labs and industries. Next point, priority should be gaining experience for the longer run. So instead of focusing on the money, focus on the knowledge that you will be getting through these steps. Internships, even if they are unpaid. Yes, there are two kinds in which you pay and get internship and the internship which pays you. So if you are an MSc pass out or even a BSc pass out, then mostly you will be getting internships in which you have to pay and do it. But there's no harm in it. Don't look at the money. You should look at the knowledge that you will be gaining behind them. You can also work up as a JRF or a research assistant. For this, you need collaborations and you need to interact with the scientists or any eminent personality in the lab who will be able to give you a position where even if you are not getting paid, but the research experience that you will be getting by helping them out in their research work is going to take you a long way forward in your career. You can also take up teaching jobs in case academia is your interest, field of interest. Later, once you are CSR qualified, lectureship qualified, before applying for assistant professorship, this teaching jobs can add to your resume and not only adding to your resume, but you will also get confidence in case you have to give some demo lectures or anything. So pursuit of money is like being constantly on a running treadmill. You might never get back to academics again once you get the kick of money. Later, you might have to regret that you could have acquired some more degrees or certificates. So it's simple. The more money you have, the more you want to have. Why? Because money is like any other addictive drug, which requires you to consume more quantities increasingly. So if one wants the same level of kick as you get the previous day, so you have to increase more and more for that. So that's how you get addicted. Pursuit of money is also extremely addictive. The more you get, the more you want because of increased utility, and because you're addicted to the kick, this increased money gives you. So there is no end to it. Once you start working, then you will not be able to come back. Some people might think that, okay, let me work for a few days, a few months, a few years, and then I'll come back to the academia and pursue my research. But that hardly happens. Okay, very few people will tell that they have been successful in doing so. So better is that instead now you focus on this building and shaping the foundation of your career so that later automatically money flows back to you. Also, initially, instead of focusing on money, getting self-confidence is crucial at the beginning. Early in career, you are very naive and you may suffer from very low self-esteem. So what you have to do is you have to do something you enjoy so that you can get more interested and you get confidence upon yourself. So when you do something that you enjoy, you will be more productive. You can relate more to the work and even come up with better ideas. Being forced to do work is one of the most draining experiences. While there are times at every job where you may feel the work may be draining and dull, you have to realize that not every day is going to be an enjoyable one. There are highs and lows, but when you are passionate about the work, you look past the dull days. Your creative process is also different. You are more inclined to come up with creative ideas when you like what you do. Then you are more inclined to work late hours. When you work somewhere that you are passionate about, putting in later hours isn't as much as a burden as it is when you don't like what you are doing. To you, putting in the extra hours doesn't hurt as much because you don't feel like you're forced to do it, which makes the experience that much more enjoyable. So every industry has a busy season, and without a doubt, there will come a time when you will need to put in the extra hours. Will it be easier for you to work longer on something you can relate to or something you can't stand doing, right? Then you are willing to go above and beyond the call of duty. Certain obligations at your work will require you to go above and beyond the call of duty. In certain times during the busy season, you may be asked to do certain tasks that are not part of your everyday schedule. It is much easier for you to put in the extra work if it's something you actually care about. Because you're passionate about your job, you will be willing to put in the extra effort to go beyond what is required of you. So, as you see, it's very important to feel motivated and inspired to go forward in your career. Without a drive to excel, your performance will lack passion, and in turn, your work may suffer. Productivity allows you to become more efficient, which makes room for downtime and encourages work life balance. If you are passionate about your job, you're likely to take an active interest in learning every aspect of that particular subject. This not only sets you on the path towards success, it also helps you get through the daily grind as well. Another one is it might take time to find the right job, the dream job that you want with the right amount of pay scale. So that might leave you in a doubtful and indecisive state. When you're getting something but it is not up to your mark of pay scale, then you might not take it up. Now this kicking start your career is very important. Everyone starts with something which is not what they've always dreamed about. It's not always they start with high things, right? You have to start at some point. So if you're waiting for the money, the career may take a lot of time to kickstart. So ultimately it will lead to frustration. So better is that you focus on whatever you're getting right now. And last but not the least, it's all about the personal work satisfaction. No matter how much money you make, nothing will help you overcome the feeling of doing something you hate. Many people will be there who will put in many hours during the week and make a great paycheck. But many of them have all this money piled up. They never really get to enjoy the fruits of their labor because their labors take up most of their lives. Many of them hate their job because they aren't really passionate about what they do. So you're more passionate about the work you're doing, then only it will give you satisfaction. Is there a worse feeling than doing something you hate? Eventually, this hatred will cause stress, and in the long run, it will have lasting effects on your health. So, there is nothing worse to wake up every morning during the week to mindlessly go to work you don't even care about. However, this is never really an issue when you are passionate about the work you do. You are not forced to work somewhere because of monetary constraint. You truly enjoy what you do and you never really work a day in your life. Work doesn't feel like it's forced upon you. When you value money over your overall health and your passion, you will find yourself in an endless cycle of misery. Work no longer becomes a career in a journey, but more of a taxing nuisance on your mind and body that has to get done. Every day that you go to work with this mindset, you begin to hate your job more and more. While many people feel that they must work hard to retire and have money to themselves, what's the point of enjoying yourself in the later years when you spent your life being miserable? No obstacle will stop you from achieving success. When you really enjoy what you do, nothing will stop you from getting your work done. Because you're passionate about what you do, you feel unstoppable and nothing can obstruct you from achieving greatness. Your passion ignites your work, and like a rocket, it accelerates you past roadblocks that may come about. Any obstacle that comes your way is accepted and fought off with a creative solution. You will get more fulfillment when you finally make it. So there are few feelings better than achieving a level of success you set for yourself. Nothing like crossing off your bucket list of goals you set out for yourself to achieve. So when you finally reach the pinnacle, it is that much more enjoyable knowing you get there doing something you love. Remember, work doesn't have to be something that you hate doing. So stay true to yourself and always do what makes you happy. And that's why, dear students, you must not run behind money in start of career, but focus more on building the foundations that will automatically reap results at the end. Thank you for listening.